Reno Omokri, as I was told, said that he has evidence even from the NIA to show that I was holding meetings with Buhari and the rest of them. Why is it so difficult to put out the evidence? If I have evidence against Reno Omokri, for instance, when Reno Omokri went and stole the identity of somebody known as Wende Simlin, I met the mother. I interviewed her. I put it out. That's the evidence. And the woman said, yes, Reno Omokri is an identity thief. When Reno Omokri sent soldiers to the mother's house to eject somebody from their house in Warri or so, I got the information, I put it out to Sahara reporters. In fact, it led to him being fired by Jonathan, because most people did not know that Reno Omokri did not complete his tenure with Jonathan. Jonathan fired him towards the election because of a lot of criminal activities he was engaging in. Reno Omokri claims to be an Amazon bestseller. Can you just find out how many books he's selling? What's the name of the book? So I'm not personalizing it. I'm just telling you that I am an evidence-based person. If you say so, look, there's no need engaging in emotional conversations. But you know, all the political leaders in this country have their own supporters. Even if you look today, there are people who still support Abacha. You know, Babangida has his supporters. Jonathan has his supporters. So once in a while, when they miss the pass, the terrible pass, they organize what I call a pity party, so that they can pity themselves, you know. The thing that Reno Omokri did not tell you is that he wouldn't have had the job he had with Jonathan, the money he made, whatever he benefited, had we not fought for Jonathan to become president when Yar'Adua was sick. So, and I'm glad that he said that I have so much power to put Buhari in power. But why are they not giving me credit for putting Jonathan in power when Yar'Adua cabal prevented him from? In fact, they were planning a coup at that time. We were exposing it every day until Jonathan was allowed to to become the president of Nigeria. Because we knew Yar'Adua was not coming back. Go and ask Reno Omokri if he attended a protest on behalf of Jonathan. Never. We did. I did in America. We organized a people's parliament. We did write-ups upon write-ups. I've never met Jonathan before. I didn't care who he was. In fact, when Jonathan won the election, he sent Toronto Douglas, late Toronto Douglas, to me, that I should come and work for him. I said, I cannot work in government. I can't last 24 hours in the government. I'm too honest, brutally honest. After that, he sent Imani Boro. Imani Boro is still alive, to come to New York and give us token, the money that they said the man sent. I said, I refuse to see Imani Boro. Right? I said, I don't need your money. I did this out because of my conscience. And I hope you guys perform. So what I want to wrap up here is that the person who brought Buhari to power, the number one person, is Jonathan. It was his performance in office that enabled the likes of Buhari to come back to office. Let me tell you, when Buhari ran for office against Jonathan, if a goat had run against Jonathan, they would have won. Monkey would have won that election. People were tired. The corruption. Jonathan was one of the luckiest former presidents in this country. He was selling crude oil at $140 per barrel. Money was all over the place, awash. And I heard that Reno Omokri also listed some stories that he said were true. Some of the stories are actually still actively being prosecuted. In Italy, with regards to OPL, that OPL 245, you know, the wife was found with a lot of money. It's public information. So I don't need to, again, personalize these issues. But I can understand that some people feel bad that they've lost out.
Those who will suffer the consequences of this idiocy are the ones they give 10,000 naira to. They appoint as special assistant. That is the PhD that they now have. Special assistant on media. They pay you 250,000 to defend the criminals and the idiots that destroy your nation. We are in the departure lounge. My classmate just died yesterday in the United States. We are heading, my generation, we are waiting for our flight. We are just praying that it be delayed. It is you that will stay in this country. You. No, go there. Wait, if you give me 25 years, I don't be 91. I go to beg debts to come. None go there, none go drive these roads. None go suffer. You are defending your oppressor. Somebody told me in Glasgow that I have changed my race. Listen, my grandchildren won't be here with you. I don't settle them well. None go suffer. You better arise and hold your leaders to ransom. To question when they goof and when they tell you lies because they think you are an idiot. The young man went to the 30-kilometer point, took his time, went with his camera and did a video and proved that Reno Omokri is a bloody liar. Bloody liar looking for political appointment, hobnobbing with Tinubu that he once criticized and called names. Why are politicians so idiotic and hypocritical?
You see, You see these three persons I'm displaying here now. Very familiar faces, and they have one thing in common, right? I know sometimes people will say, don't give some of these people attention, don't give them publicity. The last time I checked, they are already very known. We can't pretend. And ignoring them means affirming the nonsense they are dishing out. Because these people have followers. There are people listening to them. And when they sell some narrative, you that know they are talking bullshit, stood by and keep quiet in the name of you don't want to give them publicity, you are making the nonsense they are selling to stand. So hence, whenever they talk rubbish, fall out to debunk them. Somebody like Reno Omokri, who is actually the leader of this gang, I think the guy is not to be taken serious. The three of them, you can't obviously take them serious because they have one ailment or the other. That of Reno Omokri, the guy is hungry. Obviously, Reno sings wherever he is going to get his pay. Sheyi Law, that guy is tribalistic, 100% tribal. You can't take that away from him. It's a disease that is common with most of his tribes people. You get the point? And as for the other brat, the one they call D1, I am still trying to phantom out exactly what exactly that guy problem is. The only thing I've been able to see that guy problem is that he likes to counter anything good. Whatever anything is trending for positive reasons, D1 find a way to come around and criticize and condemn it. He's somebody who wants to believe that anything that comes from him is the authentic. Obviously, the guy is empty. I pity for his followers because he also has followers. 200 and something thousand followers on Facebook is not a joke. So which means he has 200 and something people that actually think through their anus. Because you cannot be reasonable and be following these people. But you see, as for Reno, let's listen to Reno.
What is the difference between Bola Tinubu and Hush Puppy? What's the difference? What is the source of Hush Puppy's income? You don't know. You think it's illegal, it's corrupt. Okay, now I'm asking you this. What is the source of Bola Tinubu's income? What is the source of his income? You know, if Hush Puppy were to have been in Nigeria, most likely he would have been an APC politician. Because in APC, dishonesty thrives in APC. Look, I'll give you an example now. The APC today names Governor Umar Ganduje of Kano State a man caught on camera collecting bribes. This is not like a rumor or a gossip or whatever. He was caught on camera collecting bribes. I've analyzed that video. I sent it to a lab. That image is accurate. And then you now appoint this man to be to head the Edo State election committee of the APC. Now you think about it. Just think about it. You see, I saw pictures or rather a video of Hush Puppy shopping in a mall in Dubai, and then you had a man with a Versace bag following him about. Now, the current vice president of Nigeria, Shibajo, actually played that role for Bola Tinubu. Because if you Google, you will see pictures of him, holding Bola Tinubu's phone, and some other people holding Bola Tinubu's bag, walking behind him when he came back from I think the UK or somewhere abroad. So now I'm asking you, as a Nigerian, what is the difference between Bola Tinubu and Hush Puppy? What's the difference? Nobody told me. I went to Chicago myself. I went to the court where Bola Tinubu had this issue. I went to the Chicago State University. I went there. I saw the documents myself. Bola Tinubu is a known drug lord. I went there. Another person isn't telling me. You see the picture on the screen? I took that picture. If you move to the right, you're going to see me in that picture. Bola Tinubu is a known drug lord. He has this man person who is meant to be the Minister of Labour and Productivity, or rather say on productivity, who went on TV to try to hoodwink Nigerians, telling them that the charge against Bola Tinubu was just for tax, that all he paid was tax, that it had nothing to do with drugs. That is a big lie. I have the document here. Nigerians can see it. I hope you can see it on the screen here. I have the document here. It actually says, and if you look at it, it says docket. A docket, and as I'm speaking, your viewers can go on Google and fact check me. A docket is used for a criminal pending. A criminal pending. So you don't use a docket for a civil matter.
So that's the Reno Omokri so many people really think should be taken seriously. A man who talks from both sides of the mouth. If you have said this thing is black yesterday, today is telling you white. And you are believing the one he said today is actually white. But you think the one he said yesterday wasn't black. You are worse than Reno. I don't have a problem with Reno. This is what Reno does for a living. And I want to believe so does Sheyi Law for being tribalistic. I don't know if any other tribe other than Yoruba man is in power. Sheyi Law will still be the way he is now. But for being tribal alone, that guy is minus. The one they call D1, the youngest among them, who should be a youth with a future. It's very, very sad and disheartening. So, and to the followers of these people who actually believe these people, my condolences. So, and I wish you all speedy recovery, because mental illness is something you don't know. You that is the victim will always be the least to know. We thought you heard from Reno. This is the same Reno now singing praises of Tinubu, who went to the free broadcast now to say nasty things about the people's president, which is Peter Obi, and so many people believed that what he said is the truth. They are taking the video so seriously from a man who has zero integrity. So I'm doing this video to counter things like this, because sometimes we just feel like ignore these people, but ignoring them give them ground. It gives their story, it gives their false narrative the avenue to fly. Remember, there are so many Nigerians who are confused, who are neither here nor there. So when they hear story from somebody, if they will not get a counter response, they'll just let us sink into them and they'll dwell on it. So for the sake of people like that, you see these people, and a whole lot of more. We have some in the presidency. Any spokesperson for the APC, if you see them, run. Should we be talking about Daniel Bwala? The Oga Pata of them all. He said things when he was in PDP. Now that he's APC, he's telling us that what he said in PDP was just political talks. Maybe when he leave APC later, he's going to tell us that what he's saying about Peter Obi now, we are just political talks. Please, Nigerians, know who you listen to. And no matter who you listen to, the most important part is use your head. I mean, for those that have. For those that doesn't have, my condolences. I wish you speedy recovery.
Good afternoon, my friends. You know that saying, he who the gods want to make mad, or he who the gods want to destroy, they first make mad. I think that is exactly what is going on with Reno Omokri. If you say you are not going to leave an innocent man alone, you have made it your responsibility to destroy someone who has no ill intention towards you. You will be destroying yourself. Now, how someone said, what it means is that if you want to dig a hole of wickedness, dig it short, just in case you are the person that will fall into that hole. What am I trying to say in essence? He went on the Honey Bunch podcast recently and made a lot of exaggerated and hyperbolic claim that he is the one who nominated Peter Obi to Atiku 2019, him and Ben Murray Bruce. We all know that that is not true. We all know that that is a lie. At least there's video out there where Atiku said who recommended Peter Obi. That has been debunked. Now, just to justify his shenanigan, he went for that to send and post an email today where that's the email there, where he said Peter Obi sent him an email and with his CV attached. Come on. Reno Omokri, don't insult our intelligence, please. You did the same thing on the 70-kilometer or 30-kilometer coastal highway. All the lies you propagated were debunked. Now you are doing this again. You are failing to understand that Nigerians are not stupid. We are in 2025. We are no longer in 2014-15 where your Oga was practically destroyed out of office because of people like you who are snake. Reno Omokri, we have come to the conclusion that something is beginning to go wrong with your mental health. And you need to check yourself in the hospital before you run mad. Because Peter Obi will be the reason you will run naked in the streets. And whether you like it or not, Peter Obi will become Nigerian president when the time is right. When Nigerians are ready for him to be their president. Right now, Nigerians are not ready. That is why people like you and Daniel Bwala and Bayo Ononuga still have the audacity to be spewing trash because you are protected by the security services that are supposed to be protecting Nigerians. Reno, we all know you are a criminal. And you have nothing on Peter Obi. In a million years, Peter Obi will never, ever respond to you. Why? Because in the grand scheme of things, you are just a piece of trash that is not relevant. Reno Omokri, I am ashamed on your behalf, and I am ashamed on behalf of your children. After all, you said it's because obedience came for your children. That's why you are going after Peter Obi. Is that justified? No. But even your children will be ashamed of you, a kind of father that you are. Because who goes on lie and lie and lie? You see, they said truth is constant. But you see lie? It takes 99 lies to cover one lie. You're doing everything possible to make Peter Obi look bad. And the more you are doing it, the more you're giving Peter Obi free publicity. Oh my show. I know. I feel very sorry and sad for you. And sad for anybody. Look at the kind of person that Bola Tinubu wants to nominate as an ambassador to represent Nigeria. Well, why am I surprised? When everybody surrounding him are just a bunch of criminals. Reno Omokri is not an exceptional. You claim to be a pastor. What a disgrace for a pastor. Well, a lot of Nigerian pastors are Yahoo, so I'm not surprised. Nigerians, it's time we stop paying attention to the lives of Reno Omokri and relegate them to the trash can where they belong. We are wiser and we have woken up. This your propaganda is not going to sell. The same you who call Bola Tinubu a drug lord and a criminal today is pandering, kissing Tinubu's ass. I feel very sad for you. Integrity, zero. Honesty, zero. You've been known to have an identity theft case anyway, so why am I surprised? I'm very disappointed. Well, why should I be disappointed? It's who you are anyway. Anyway, do leave us a comment below. Let me know what you think about this shenanigan that Reno Omokri is doing. Not Reno Omokri alone. A lot of them, if they don't call Peter Obi's name, they don't eat. Even Sowore is the same. Even Daniel Bwala, all Tinubu idiots are doing the same thing. So one day, you all come to realization that you are doing yourself a disservice. If Peter Obi becomes Nigerian president today, I can guarantee the same Reno Omokri will do a U-turn so that Peter Obi will give you an appointment. And that will not happen on our watch.
Welcome back to Local Journal, my people. You see, I'm not a fan of Sowore, but you see this time, what Reno is doing is nothing but just pure blackmail. That guy is a mischief maker. And I know that the fact that he's supporting Tinubu now, APC supporters will be supporting him and will be dancing to his tune. But the fact remains this, was it not this same Reno Omokri that was all about insulting Tinubu and calling him a drug pusher? Was it not the same person that was calling Tinubu names all about even before the election and after the election? But because he wants an appointment from Tinubu today, now he has become a praise singer. And even now, the APC supporters have turned around to start liking Reno Omokri. We've listened to everything they said in the video and how Sowore and others carpeted Reno Omokri. This is whom Reno Omokri is. Reno Omokri has no integrity, and all he does is just to ensure that he put food on his own table and the table of his family. If Reno Omokri is claiming to be an A-list writer on Amazon, he should not be doing some of these things that he's doing. He knows that the bankroll that he was having before is no longer there again. So he needs a new sponsor, and that is why he's doing everything and twerking for Tinubu and APCs so that they can give him an appointment and so that he can start feeding and living lavishly the way he has done under his former boss. These are the same set of people that betrayed Goodluck Jonathan. Reno was one of those people Jonathan picked up and made whom they are today. But today, they have betrayed Jonathan and they are on the internet saying all sort of negative things about him. This is whom Reno Omokri is, and APC supporters who feel he's supporting Tinubu today or supporting them should better know that this is all he's doing and this is all he's scheming for. He doesn't like the APC, he doesn't like Tinubu. All he wants is just something from Tinubu's government, and that is why he's doing all he's doing. If you follow Reno Omokri's antecedent and what he stands for, you will know that he doesn't have any integrity and is not a plus to any party at all. is not a plus when he's on your side, because in the end, all he does is to keep on speaking without empirical evidences. He's going about attacking Peter Obi for what he stands for. What has this man done to him, if not because he wants to be a Tinubu spread singer and he wants to be in the good book of APC? That is what he's doing. If not, why is he all about the internet castigating Peter Obi? I think it has gotten to the point where Nigerians need to be worried of this man called Reno Omokri. The APC supporters and Tinubu himself need to be worried of him, because he's not somebody good. He's not somebody to be trusted. Kindly drop what you have to say in the comment section. And if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel.